What's going on, you guys? Here is another 15-minute Kinstretch workout, and today we're gonna focus on shoulder external rotation. So all you're gonna need is a couple of yoga blocks and a dowel stick, hockey stick, whatever you have at home. So we're gonna get our shoulders warmed up first by doing some shoulder cars. So we're gonna go into a half kneeling position. We're gonna have our right knee down and left leg in front. From there, we're gonna have our right arm out to the side, and we're going into our shoulder car across the body, up towards the ceiling. Start rotating that hand all the way around and behind, internally rotating, going into extension, and then by our side. And then we're coming back up the same way we came. The big thing with shoulder cars that I see a lot is a lot of people end up compensating at certain sections. The biggest one is at the top. They start bending the elbow. They start doing a weird thing with their wrists. So you want to kind of keep everything in line and as straight as possible as we go through our shoulder cars. I'm going to aim for 3 more here, nice and slow. Breathing and making sure when we go into this rotation, we're also not leaning away from it. That's another huge compensation that I see a lot when it comes to people trying to do shoulder cars for the first time. You want to also think of not letting your torso rotate. A lot of times when people get stuck here, they rotate their torso out to the side to think that they're getting a little bit further, but you want to aim this shoulder to be in line with your other one. As we finish this one up, we're going to go over to the other side to make sure that shoulder's also nice and warm for what we're about to do. So half kneel, coming across, up towards the ceiling, rotating, 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 and back. The big thing also to note when it comes to shoulder cars, speed is not your friend, and that's the case for all of our car exercises. Is a lot of times people will try to go too fast and things just fall apart. The slower you go, the more time your brain understands your environment of what joint you're trying to improve when it comes to movement and joint health in general. So we're going to aim for 1 more here. Still breathing, still moving, only the shoulder joint. Perfect. From there, you're going to grab your dowel stick, hockey stick, whatever you have, and we're going to go into our pails and rails. So we're going to have our right knee down, left leg in front. The dowel is going to start on the outside. Our right arm is the one that's going to be working. So you're going to put the arm on the inside of the dowel, then loop your hand around. You want to line up your elbow in line with the shoulder. So it's not down here, it's not up here, it's right by your side. Then you're going to rotate your torso straight wherever your hips are aligned. We're now going to take our shoulder into external rotation. So with the dowel, we're going to start rotating it this way, and that's going to stretch the outside of the shoulder. As I kind of find that position where I can feel a stretch, I also have to adjust this a little bit. So we're going to hold this for our 2 minutes, and we're going to breathe through this. The biggest thing that I see a lot of people do with this position is they will rotate weird positions with their torso. So you always kind of like when you're doing our shoulder cars is keeping this shoulder in line with the other one and breathing. This might be a tough position for most people, so even if you have to go into your fingertips here to get into that stretch, that's okay. And we are just breathing through this. Our PAILs contraction is going to be our hand that's up here pushing towards the dowel. We'll start off slow, our 10%, 30, 50, and then max effort. Then your rails contraction is the opposite direction, which is going to go this way. And you're going to aim that hand to come off the dowel. If you are in your end range of the stretch, your hand's not going to go anywhere. It might even do one of these where it comes off, which is fine. As long as you're driving behind you at max effort, you're going to get the benefit of this exercise. So again, we're still breathing through through that diaphragm to kind of calm down that nervous system. In about 30 seconds when I tell you to go, we're going to be pushing our hand this way towards the dowel, and because the dowel is pinned to the ground, it's not going to go anywhere. All right, 10 seconds, we're going to be pushing forward into that dowel. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Start pushing into the dowel, 10% effort. Now go to 30, making sure that we don't have any kind of pain as we go through this. 50. If that feels good, let's go max effort. That's not painful. Push, push, push for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ease off. See if you can get a little bit more into that stretch. When I tell you to go, we're going to go in the opposite direction. In 3, 2, 1, start going back, drive. Try to get that wrist off the down, push, drive, keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and ease off. Slowly come out of that, and maybe get your arm to move a little bit. And now we're gonna put that dowel away, and we're gonna work our shoulder that we just did pails and rails on with some active range lift off. So you're gonna use a block. You're going to place it on the side of your mat. Laying down, you're going to have your elbow in the same position that we had earlier with that pails and rails position. So in this kind of W position, you're going to go hand into a fist, your other arm's in front for your forehead. When I tell you to lift, you're going to lift that fist up as high as possible, squeezing everything you got, and then we're going to come back down. All right, so in 3, 2, and 1, start lifting as high as possible. Squeeze. Squeeze, keep going, and back down, and lift again. Drive, 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 keep going, and back down. Go one more time, and lift. Drive, kind of look at how high this fist is going, because it's going to be important for the next one. Keep going, keep lifting, and back down. So, now that we kind of know where our end height is, you're going to take another block and place it near that spot where you kind of ended off. And now we're going to try to lift from here, which is going to be also challenging. You should not be able to lift off of it, or if you can, it should be only about an inch, which is fine. And if it's a lot higher, then you can use another block to go even higher than this. So 3, 2, 1, and try to lift. Lift, squeeze everything you got. Lift, and relax. And we're going to do it again. And lift, keep lifting, and back down. One more time, and go. Lift, and relax. Perfect. From there, we're going to place this off to the side, and we're going to go into a little shoulder swimmer. So same position, but you're going to have this hand on the back of your head. When I tell you to lift, it's going to be kind of a elbow, hand, and then we're going to extend, bend, hand on, elbow down. So it's a lot of Simon Says. From there, forehead down, hand on the head, and elbow up as high as possible. Keep driving. Hand comes off the head. Keep driving. Extend the elbow. Keep driving, and bend, hand on the head, elbow down. We're going to go one more time, and elbow up, hand up, and extend the elbow, bend the elbow, hand on the head, and elbow down. Perfect. From there, we're going to go on to the other side, starting with that dowel stretch. So let's grab our dowel. We're in our half kneel. Left knee down, right leg in front. Looping that hand around, getting ourselves into that stretch. Chest is forward, the shoulders in line with my other one. Making sure my elbow's also in line with my shoulder. And again, we're holding and breathing for our 2 minutes here. As we're hanging out here, this is a good time to tell all you guys who are not subscribed to subscribe to this channel, because every week I'm going to be posting a new Kinstretch And if you haven't downloaded my free beginner's guide to mobility training, I'm going to link that in the show notes for you guys to download, where I have all of our Kinstretch workouts that I've already filmed all in one place, and also give you the background to all how it actually works when it comes to mobility training. And it's a great resource for anyone that's in pain, wants to move better, and also improve their quality of life. So, selfish plug for you guys to support me. We got about another minute. And another thing to know is anytime we do pails and rails, you never want to go through pain. Pain is one of those things that when you trigger it, your brain and nervous system is going to remember that and will prevent you from getting back into those ranges. So it's really important when we do our pails and rails, if we do find pain, take like 5% off the effort and stay within that, and that's where you're going to live and breathe for a little while until you can kind of push that capacity a little bit higher. We got 30 seconds, and we're going to start driving the hand this way, pushing into the dowel. All right, in 3, 2, 1, start pushing into the dowel at 10% effort. Let's go to 30, 50, and max effort. Drive, push for 3, 2, 1, and ease off. See if you can get a little bit more of a stretch. When I tell you to go, we're going in the opposite direction, hand coming off the dowel, and go. Drive. It should be very difficult. Lift. Get it off there. Come on. Everything you got for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax and slowly come out of that. Alright. So we know what we got. We're going to be facing down, grabbing our 2 blocks because we're going to need the second one soon. We're going to have this guy off to the side, laying on our stomachs, arm to the side like we had it before, forehead down, driving that fist up towards the ceiling. 3, 2, 1, lift that fist. Drive, get more height, and back down, and lift again. Drive, more, and back down. One last one, and make sure you spot where you end off, and lift, and relax. Grab that block, place it at a height. Again, if you're here, that's fine. If you're here, that's fine. If you're like me, you can go up to here. Find that height that you worked with earlier. And lift, and relax. And again, lift, and relax. One more time, and go. Lift, and relax. Alright, get rid of these blocks, and we're going to do that little Simon Says game. Hand on the head, follow along. 3, 2, 1, lift the elbow. Lift the hand. Extend the elbow. Bend the elbow. Hand on the head, elbow down. One more time. Drive that elbow up. Hand comes off the head. Extend the elbow. Get more height. Bend the elbow. Hand on the head, elbow down. Nice. Slowly come out of that. And from there, what we're going to do, we are going to go on our hands and knees. This position. What we're going to do here is just some scapular motion. So without extending the low back like this or bending the elbows, we're going to start by squeezing the shoulder blades together, pushing them away. Squeezing together, pushing away. Nice and slow. And eventually we're going to make this a little bit harder. And this one takes time to learn, because a lot of times people's scapulars are kind of stuck to their rib cage, and it just takes time to kind of unlock that grimy stuff. Alright, now we're going to make this a little bit harder. We're going to think of drawing circles. So you're going to come down, back, and up. down, back, and up, drawing these small circles with our shoulder blades. The biggest thing that I see when people do this is they kind of use their hips to mimic that motion, so try to keep the hips where they're at. Again, elbows are locked out. I'm not falling into this arch position on the back. Now to make this even more challenging, we're gonna go into the other direction. Same idea, think of drawing circles with those shoulder blades, just in the opposite direction. This may take some time to learn, but that's okay. That's why we're doing this every single day, or as much as possible. A couple more. And relax. All right. So that is it for our shoulder external rotation Kinstretch workout today. If you guys enjoy these videos, please support me by subscribing and hitting that bell notification so you get a notification every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much. Till next time, you guys.